up? What's up? Annyeonghaseyo to all my Korean peeps out there. My name is Denise, and whether you're watching on YouTube or you're listening on Spotify and now Apple, this is that K-Pop Talk podcast where we do what here? We talk about K-Pop, of course. So sit back and relax, get your soju, get your sake, get your grape juice, your water, whatever it is you want to have. We're going to have a good time on this podcast show. That K-Pop Talk news starts now. Welcome back to my podcast. This segment is called K-Pop News. Of course, as you know, I'm going to talk about the news, so I'm getting straight into it. Okay, so the saga of IVE acquiring SM continues. On February 10th, as we all know, from around the world, it was heard, IVE acquired 14.8% of S&M stock or shares. That makes them the largest shareholder to date, right? Because of that, people were getting concerned that IVE was becoming a monopoly and or IVE was going to change S&M's colors. That is not true. I'm here to let you know that the CEO himself, Park Ji-won, said, quote, "We respect the legacy of SM and will secure the independence of SM. IVE has already proven that our multi-label system works. SM has its own value and we will help them maintain their color and expand their reach." So there you have it. That is not true. They're not changing anything with SM. Don't believe the hype as they say. They will still be themselves. And the only one who can change SM is SM. Well, technically IVE could, but they won't. That's the point. Okay. And they did get the 14.8% shares from the former executive producer and founder Lee Soo-won. And there's a whole drama behind that because he was into cahoots with his own family, who was the CEO. Look, let me tell you, I'm not even going to get into it. Y'all just need to watch episode 7 and listen to episode 7 of my podcast, okay? Now, moving on to other things. Okay, hold on. Let me get my trusty tablet situated here. Okay, so New Jeans. Now, you guys know how I feel about New Jeans. I love me some New Jeans because New Jeans came out in July, kicked butt, and started taking names. They have been appointed from the mayor of Seoul. His name is Oh Si-hoon. He's the mayor of Seoul, and he appointed New Jeans ambassadors for Seoul. Honorary ambassadors for Seoul is the technical title that they have. And so they have been doing a lot of good lately, and I'm going to explain why. Because I just read today that their label, interim label, and I say interim because it's New Jeans is under Adore, and then Adore is under IVE. But Adore New Jeans has announced that New Jeans is donating 200 million won to the relief efforts of the earthquake in Syria and Turkey. So I applaud you, New Jeans, for doing such a heroic act, a selfless act. A lot of other K-pop groups and K-pop notables are also contributing. And as they stream in, I will post it. I just knew about New Jeans, but I do recall a couple of other K-pop notables, and I say notables, K-pop idols, they have also contributed. So to all the K-pop idols out there and artists out there that are contributing, my hat goes off to you because, you know, they need our help. Okay, so moving on with New Jeans. New Jeans also has some interesting statistics behind them too regarding Ditto and Oh My God. And oh my God, did you know that the US is the country that has the most streams of Ditto and Oh My God than any other country? Who would have thought my country loved New Jeans like that? Okay, let me tell you. I'm breaking down some numbers for y'all. Okay, so Spotify said that on Oh My God, there is a total of 111.28 million streams, okay? Out of that 111.28 million streams, the US has amassed 22.71 million streams out of that 111.28 million. So 20% came from us in the US. Now on Ditto, they had 164.9 million streams. And out of that, the US has streamed 28.72 million. So that's 17% over any other country. So New Jeans, you're going to have to come over here and start doing some concert tours. Y'all going to have to start doing some dates over here because, you know, we listening to your music. Okay. Moving on to other K-pop news. Disbandments. Now I know you guys don't want to talk about it, but it's part of K-pop culture. You put groups together, you become trainees, they debut, but they also disband, unfortunately. There are 3 groups that are disbanding. 2 of them a lot of people know about. The third one, I think is going to be like, what? I'm going to explain in just a minute. Okay, so the first one I want to talk about is Momoland. A lot of people were talking about Momoland. They were a K-pop girl group from 2016 to 2023. They formed from a show called Finding Momoland. And they decided not to renew their contracts. So we wish the best for these young ladies. And they have a wonderful future ahead of them, each one of them. And we wish you nothing but the best. The second group that disbanded is another girl group called the Brave Girls. Now, the Brave Girls debuted in 2011, and then they reorganized in 2016. They also did not renew their contracts. Now, they really didn't have a lot of success, but they had their breakout record in 2017 called Rollin'. And then all of a sudden in March, their popularity just shot up, like out of nowhere. But they still decided not to renew their contracts. But here's the kicker, you guys. The day they decided to announce that they're not renewing their contracts, they released a song. And do you know what that song is titled? Goodbye. Hi, the irony. How ironic is that? The irony. We're not renewing our contracts and goodbye. Okay, so that's the second group that disbanded. The third group is actually a rock band. The rock band is called Bandage. I've never heard of them, but they're disbanding. They became a group in 2019. Their contract actually expired in December 2022. And they were formed from a show back in 2019 called Super Band. So from Brave Girls and from Bandage and going back to Momoland, again, we wish everyone success, much success in their future endeavors. Okay, and the last of K-pop news, we're going to be talking about concerts. Okay, so let me tell y'all. IVE or IVE, they had their first fan concert called the Prom Queens. And I saw some pictures from it. It looks pretty cool. Like, it looks intimate and cool. And I'm proud of these girls. Like, they really have worked hard. So congratulations to IVE. You deserved your first fan concert. And it looks so much fun. Actually, I wish I could have been there. Okay. Another one is Twice. So Twice, my girls, they growing on me. I'm not gonna lie, they growing on me. So Twice has a comeback album that's going to be released on March 10th, and they finally released their schedule. Their name of their album is called Ready to Be, and they released their schedule within the past 5 days on what their promotional schedule is going to be like leading up into the release of the album. So the album is actually going to be released on Friday, March 10th at 9 p.m. LA time, 2 p.m. Seoul time. So be on the lookout for that. And like I said, the name of the album is called Ready to Be. As we all know, they did release their first single from that album called Moonlight Sunrise, which came out on January 20th. If you go back and listen to my last podcast, I'll call it a skate song. I think that's my skate song. You know, it's something like Sierra, Usher. You listen to it, you just want to skate. You know, back in the U.S., you know, we have what skate songs that we call them, that they're easy to skate to in the roller rink. So Moonlight Sunrise, that's my skate song right there. Okay, and speaking of tours, okay, NCT Dream, part of the NCT clan, NCT Dream has released their ongoing dates for their Dream Show Part 2 tour. So this is called Dream Show Part 2 because they're continuing to tour Dream Show, right? So they've already started back up, but they're going to be in the US on April 5th, right? And they're going to be here from April 5th to April 30th. Before they come to us, though, they're going to be going to Indonesia, China, England, France, Germany, and will arrive to us on April 5th, leave us on April 5th here in the United States, and then they're going to Manila, Singapore, Macau, and Malaysia. Whew, that's making me tired. Just hearing about their tour, they're going to be busy. Oh my goodness. Let's see if I can get me some tickets to NCT Dream. What y'all think? Should I go? Should I go to NCT Dream? I don't know. I think it's like it's in April. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, you guys, speaking of tours, guess who is shocking the world right now by announcing his tour? Find out in the next segment, BTS News. Welcome back, everyone. This segment is called BTS News because they have so much news going on this week within the past 7 days that I had to give them their own segment for this week's podcast. So let's get started. First of all, we're going to get started congratulating BTS for getting 1.2 billion views on YouTube. So congratulations, Army, be proud. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so let's start off with your boy, with my boy. Min Yoongi, aka Sugar of BTS, aka August D, is but has announced that he's doing his first solo tour. I am so excited. I don't know what to do. And he is debuting that tour in the United States. Yes, we are the first country he's coming to. So I'm so excited. Let me give y'all some details. So he was on V Live, right? And on V Live, he announced it. So that's where I keep telling y'all need to get Weverse. He was on V Live on Weverse. If you guys don't have Weverse now, you guys please download Weverse on your app because that's where you're going to get all that juicy news from BTS, from anybody basically up in the hive. You're going to get that news, right? Okay, back to the story. So it's a self-titled tour. If you look on the posters and all the advertisements, it has Suga, then there's like a line, then it says August D, and then on the right side of the poster, it says tour. So it's very simple, very to the point. And that's pretty much how Suga is. You know, he's just to the point. He's not very, like flamboyantly out there. He's just like, look, this is what it is. So coming up with extravagant words and stuff for the tour or naming it something, that's not even in his wheelhouse. He's just like, look, let me tell you, it is Suga August D tour. So that sounds just like him. Okay, anyways, so it starts off in the US on April 26th at Belmont Park in New York. And so if you're on the East Coast, that's where he's going first. And then he's going to be going to New Jersey, Rosemont. Now, I do want to clarify, I'm pretty sure that is Rosemont, Illinois, not because there is a Rosemont, California. So I just want everyone who lives in Rosemont to realize it's not Rosemont, California, it's Rosemont, Illinois, where Chicago is at, because Rosemont is a suburb of Chicago. So he's going to be in New York, New Jersey, then Illinois, and then he's coming to California. He's going to go to Los Angeles and then Oakland. And then from there, he's going to go to Indonesia, Thailand, Singapore, his home country of Seoul, South Korea, and then he's going to go to Japan. Now, Japan could be before Seoul because their dates have not been announced yet. So I just want to put that out there. Japan's dates have not been announced yet. So who knows? Maybe Japan could be before the U.S. I hope not, but it could be before the U.S. But everyone is excited. Everyone's trying to get in line for those pre-sales to get their tickets. like Suga is like almost on the level of Beyonce. I'm gonna put that out there because like when that announcement came through, it just took everybody for a loop. Like, what? Suga's going on tour? Yeah, Suga's going on tour. All right. So not only that, more Suga news. Okay, so you guys remember, I think on my last episode, I was mentioning that Suga was going to interview Hoshi. Either it had just come out or it was coming out. Well, I finally watched it, and let me tell you, it was so cute to see Hoshi and Suga do that episode. And for those of you who don't know about this, Suga has his own show called Time to Drink with Suga. That's your why. Okay, so Hoshi kept telling Suga, that 17, how he was telling him how much they admired BTS and how much 17 looked up to BTS. And Suga then was so humble and saying that, that it's because of 17's talent that 17 got to where they're at. Because 17 now is touring in the United States. And Hoshi was saying, well, that's because you guys opened up the door. And then Hoshi was like, no, that's because you guys had the talent. And then they were going back and forth, back and forth. It was so cute. And one scene that really let me know that Hoshi had the utmost respect for Suga is when he was drinking his alcohol. Because on the show, the guest brings a bottle of wine or a bottle of alcohol. He kept drinking his alcohol to the side and covered it with his hand. And Suga told him, you don't have to do that. It could be very informal. And he still did it. And I was like, I thought that was the most respectful thing that Hoshi was doing. Like, he really respected Suga as his elder and, or as his senior. And that really spoke volumes from Hoshi on the level of respect that he has. And it was just so cute. Like I said, if you guys haven't seen episode 4, as with anything that I talk about music video wise or show wise, you guys already know I'm going to put the link in my bio. Not in my bio, but I'm going to put the link in the description box in the YouTube video. Okay, so I'm getting somewhere with this. Episode 5 is coming out now. So they always do a teaser before the actual show airs. So Suga did this teaser, and for the first, third, and fourth show, I knew who they were. The first one was RM. The second one was a host. I didn't know who he was. The third one was Taeyang. And then the fourth one was Hoshi. So I knew who the first, the third, and fourth one was because they were K-pop artists or Korean artists, right? This one, I didn't know who he was. I was like, well, who is this? And it's Tablo. So I was like, well, I heard of Tablo. I just never seen him before, but I've heard of his music. So Tablo, what people are thinking is Tablo. He hasn't formally come out and said that it's Tablo, but everybody's saying it's Tablo. So I'm pretty sure it's Tablo. So if you want to see Tablo, because I'm pretty sure it's Tablo, on Suga's episode, stay tuned. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, because soon as that show episode drops, I'm going to announce it. I'm telling y'all, I be on it. So, okay, so there's that. And as we all know, Suga has also been on a roll because he was also named global ambassador for Maison Valentino. So congratulations to Suga for everything you have been doing, everything you have coming your way. You deserve it. All BTS deserves it. All the members of BTS deserves what they have. But Suga, right now, the spotlight's on you. So congratulations. We look forward to seeing you in concert, to touring around the globe, to meeting your fans, to meeting your army, and we support you. Okay. Next up with BTS news. Jimin Park. Yes. Okay. So he also came out the box with a surprise. He went on V Live. I'm telling y'all, get Weverse. He went on V Live and announced that more music is coming, and it's coming next month in March. I did not expect for his music to drop so fast. Even though he was giving out nuggets and hints last year that he was going to come out with music, a lot of people thought his music was actually going to drop in February. But because of the announcement of Suga, that also wouldn't have made, well, I guess it could have made sense, but just the timeline on how they want everybody to drop, their projects, it would have only been, like, it just wouldn't have flowed right, so to speak, for the announcements. So for Suga to come out and say he's having this tour, it makes sense that Jimin will hold off until next month for his solo project. So I get what they're trying to do, in other words. Okay, so Jimin said that he announced that his music will be coming in March, but Big Hit or Hype has not announced anything today or confirmed anything. I just want to put that out there, okay? And I just also wanted to say RM and J-Hope did not do a tour. They did dates performing their music, but they didn't do a tour. The only thing that came close to that was when J-Hope did Lollapalooza. He did that, and when he did Jack in the Box, he did like a concert at Lollapalooza. But RM, like, he did the concert. I mean, he did like the mini concert, like the stage mini concert, as I call it, in Seoul. And then he also did the NPR Tiny Desk, and he did some interviews, like with P-Sig University. And, he did those things. I'm saying it as to say, I don't know if Jimin is going to do a tour like Suga is, if he's going to drop that on us, or if he's going to do like, just dates of performing his music on different shows like RM did. So we'll see. I have my theories about that, but I'm just going to wait until it gets closer to that. But I'm thinking Jimin may have some collabs on there that will surprise us like RM. I really do. Just wait and see, but don't be surprised if you see some collabs on there and you're going to be like, Denise from that K-Pop Talk said it would be some collabs on there. Okay. There have been some superstition about what the title is going to be, because ARMY fans have been saying they keep seeing irreplaceable Jimin on a lot of the tags, and the fandom have named his album, his untitled album, PJM1. Now, I'm also ARMY, but I don't know where this PJM1 came from. So if someone can let me know, I greatly appreciate it. Okay, so like Suga, Jimin also has been named global ambassador to a designer, and that designer is Christian Dior. So once again, congratulations to Jimin Park. You, like Suga, like J-Hope, like RM, with your solo projects coming out, with everything you've been doing, and Suga with your talk show, and now this tour, congratulations. Just congratulations all the way around. Speaking of RM though, I call this the RM Instagram mystery. And why am I saying that? Because RM deleted all his pictures except for the indigo pictures. All sorts of rumors started swirling. But I had a theory, and I'm going to explain that theory to you, because what he did makes sense. And I know some people are probably saying, what do you mean it makes sense? There's no BTS pictures up there. That means he doesn't want to be with BTS. No. That's not what it means, you guys. That is not what it means. In order to understand why he did that, you have to understand RM's personality, right? Follow me on this. Okay. First of all, RM is very methodical. Even when he does his verses, he says he starts with a foundation and he builds on it like building blocks. He's very methodical in what he does. So RM, if you look at his Instagram, it stands for archive, like archiving something. So R, then KIVE, right? What RM did was, because he's in another chapter of his life, You remember BTS went through 9 years and now they're in this transitional part where Jin is now entering the military and the other 6 members at one point and some point are going to have to go into the military themselves. This year, a majority of them will be technically going into the military. So with RM, that is closing out the chapter when they all performed together, leading up to that festa of last year to announce that they were going on a hiatus to do individual projects. So that chapter is over, basically. It's part of your memory. So what do you do when you're ready to move on? You archive those memories. They're not gone. They're not forgotten. They're just archived. So that's what he did. He archived it. He was like, this is not where I'm at right now. Where I'm at right now is reflective of when I did Indigo. And you can see that transitional change when he did Sexy Newcomb with Bombing Tiger. When he started branching out on his own, that's that new chapter that started. Doesn't mean he's leaving BTS. No, he's still a part of BTS. But he found his own voice through his album and through doing that feature on Sexy Newcomb, because it's a completely different sound. But this is REM's sound. So that's where he's at. So the archive of that first chapter of BTS is exactly that, is archived. So that's why he took it off his Instagram. Where he's at right now is RM, the solo artist. I'm still part of BTS. I'm the solo artist. And I am the person that's about to go into the military. That's where he's at right now. And something tells me that when he goes into the military, he'll probably archive Indigo. Why? Because he's not doing Indigo anymore. He's in the military. He will be in the military. So he'll probably archive that. And when he comes back out, he'll be reunited with BTS. And guess what? He'll start making memories again, current memories. And those memories with BTS will be back on his Instagram. So you guys don't get upset. Don't think he's going through something. It's not that. It's just RM is a very methodical person. Remember, you're dealing with someone who has an IQ of 147, 152, 147, something like that. So he's a very methodical person. He's very smart. And, he loves museums. He loves to read. That's who RM is. So if I'm wrong, RM, let me know. But I'm pretty sure that's what's going on with you. So you guys, wish RM the best. Still support RM. Be there for RM. He still loves Army. He's still the leader of Army. Kim Namjoon is not going anywhere. Trust that. He's still a part of HYBE. He still has stock in HYBE. He's not going anywhere. Okay, let's move on here. Okay, so that wraps it up for BTS news. Stay tuned because we have a very special interview with my daughter to talk about what she likes in Korean music. It may just surprise you, so don't go anywhere. Coming up is my daughter, Tuya. Welcome back to that K-Pop Talk. I have my daughter here with me today. Her name is Tuya, and I'm going to interview her. She's my special guest for today's podcast. Thank you for being on the show, Tuya. And I just wanted to ask you, what are your thoughts about me having my own podcast? And do you tell people about my podcast? And what do they think of you having a mom that's heavily involved in the K-pop or Korean music community?
Okay, so my thoughts about you having the podcast. I love that you had the podcast. My thoughts about you being involved in K-pop. I will be honest. I am the youngest in my family, which means I get all the attention. So when someone else is taking all the attention, I was like, who is this group taking all the attention from my mom?
She's talking about BTS.
Yes, which also led me into, okay, she likes K-pop. So then I simmered down when I realized that K-pop brought her so much joy and brings her so much joy and love. I was like, okay, I guess I can share my mom with these people that make her just as happy as I make her. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Correct. Okay, now, I do tell people about your K-pop podcast because I think it's really amazing. There's not a lot of ethnic women my mom's age that love K-pop or they're closeted, which I think is crazy because if you love something, you should shout it from the rooftops and let the whole world know because, you know, we're human and humans have a habit of loving the same things. So I think it's really freaking awesome that she has a podcast, and I love telling other people about it because I want her community to grow because I think she's really amazing, and I think K-pop's really amazing for making my mom happy. Was there another part to that question?
No, I was just asking what. Oh, when you tell people about.
Oh, what are their reactions?
What are the reactions? Yeah,
I get a mix. I get people that are like, "Oh, your mom has a podcast about K-pop, and she's black." That's. I get those looks, right? That like. But I also get the people that are like, oh yeah, let me watch the podcast, let me hear about it, and all these things. I think that, you know, again, there's not many people like my mom represented in this area of the podcast world in regards to K-pop. And the more that I put it out there, the more that she puts it out there, we find other people just like her that just want the representation. So overall, I think you get really positive responses to being on K-pop because you're freaking awesome. K-pop's freaking awesome. Awesome plus awesome just equals more awesome. So, yeah.
So we had opportunity to go to our first concert, the 17 concert at LA3C. Someone, a promoter, knew that I was in the K-pop, had a K-pop podcast. And I was able to get VIP tickets to go. And I took you and my son. So tell the K-pop family, that K-pop family audience, what were your thoughts on that concert, on people of 17, the Carrots, the K-pop community? You know, we met Gracie and Steph there, which are our friends to this day.
Love them.
Love them. And tell the community out there what you thought about what you saw.
I thought that it was pretty freaking amazing. I went into it kind of like, I get a little weary at concerts anyway. I'm used to being on stage, not off stage. So like,
she's in the industry.
I am in the industry, and in post COVID, it's just a little weird being around a lot of people. But the area that we were in was pretty small because there were the VIP tickets. So as each artist came on stage, the groups changed. We had some hip-hop artists, we had some indie artists and things like that. But when the K-pop artists came out and the K-pop fans came out, I have never experienced a concert that had so much love and positivity.
And it was 17.
And yes, 17. Love and positivity and so many people yelling. Holy crap, K-pop fans have lungs. Massive lungs. It was wild. The support and the love, I couldn't, it's hard to put into words. And then there was the guy on stage that did this. Who was that?
I think it was the 8.
Yeah, who was putting like the magic into the crowd. Every single time he would go from like this part of the stage to this part of the stage and do this. And I thought that was really fun. He was also a really good dancer.
And did you know he hurt his clavicle? He fractured his clavicle.
No.
Yeah. I forgot to mention it to you guys in the K-pop news. I'm glad that she's bringing 17 up and the 8 up now. He hurt his clavicle. He is wearing a brace. He is limited to what activities he could do with 17. So the 8, we wish you a fast and speedy recovery. Go ahead.
Definitely a fast and speedy recovery. Injuries are no fun. But I will say that I also loved watching 17 because I did not know that K-pop groups do not know how to get off stage. And I say that with love because no other group does like the false bye. Okay, you're back. Bye. Okay, you're back like 8,000 times.
They did that. And from what Stephanie and them, not Stephanie, but Gracie told us, they're known to do that.
Apparently.
Like I guess 17 has this thing where they act like they're getting off stage and they don't. Because they did that 5 times, you guys.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if it might have been more.
It may have been more, but we had fun though.
Oh my gosh, so much fun because every time they came back, I was like, all right, is this it? Where's my energy going? I don't know. And every single time I felt myself getting excited, which I was like, I didn't think I would be getting excited because I'm more of like a K-indie, K-alternative girl. But I was like, all right, okay, I see you. The 8 with the magic. Mm-hmm. I was like, all right, give it to me, 17.
Yeah, and if you guys go to TikTok and go to my Instagram, maybe not my Instagram, but definitely on my TikTok and my YouTube. If you go to my shorts on YouTube or TikTok, you guys will see where I put up one of the videos from them acting like they were about to leave and they come right back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so, now that you've been to 17's concert and we also talk about this experience. We also went to the Yet to Come in Busan at the theaters.
Mm-hmm.
So how was your experience on that? We went with Stephanie to that, which is one of the our friends that we met at the 17 concert, and we went to the theaters with her to see it. So what was your experience?
I had a really great experience for multiple reasons. Number one, I'm actually quite shy. I'm not right now because I'm with my number one fan, my number one supporter, my best friend in the world, my mom. So it was really cool that so many K-pop people are actually not shy. Because y'all just come up saying, hey, I have these cards of my biases. Do you guys, what's your bias? Do you want one? And I'm like, oh my gosh, you're talking to me. Like, I don't know what to do. That was really cool. I think it's so cool how K-pop fans are fearless and are like, let's just be friends. I think that's really awesome. Number two, the day that we went, I was in a really, really, really depressed state. I was having a super, super bad day and I almost didn't want to go. And I was like, ugh, can't handle happiness right now. Don't want to deal with it. Then my mom told me, she was like, I already bought your ticket. You going. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go. Stephanie's freaking awesome. Mommy's freaking awesome. So I went. Now, 3 and 4 put together, I guess, was that the fact that the theater that we went to had 3 different screens that played at the exact same time, and it was like one of those X theaters where it's like screen, 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 so it surrounded you, and it just made you feel like you were in the concert, which I thought was really freaking cool, because I'm like, oh my gosh, am I in Busan? What's happening? And then on top of that, I became happy. By the end of it, I was just like, why was I sad? Was I sad before I came?
You guys should have seen her. At first, she was just like this.
Listen.
And I kept looking at her, and I'm like, is she okay? I'm like, are you okay? She was like, I'm fine, I'm fine. By the time the concert was over with, she was just like,
yeah.
She was dancing. It was nice.
Yeah, I mean, K-pop is addictive. It makes you happy even when you don't want to be happy, because when sometimes you're sad and you're like, just let me sit in my sadness. I want to revel in sadness and listen to sad songs so I can be even more sad. No. K-pop's like, you will be happy right now. You will be confident right now. You will be inspirational. You will be amazing because you are amazing, and you will know your worth right now. And I'm like, oh my gosh, okay. I'm amazing. Let me get all the funk. You know what I mean? So I really enjoy going. Yeah.
So you do listen to Korean music. Maybe not the K-pop groups, but you do listen to a lot of solo artists. Now, she does listen to one K-pop group, but they're considered alternative K-pop group, and that is
Bombing Tiger. Bombing Tiger knows. I love Bombing Tiger, but you guys, I love watching them when they go perform. They're kind of just like not really doing anything, but
they're just coasting.
They're just coasting, they just in the streets.
They're doing themselves.
You know what? Yeah. And you can only respect it. Chilling. And I love them. I love that they're unapologetically themselves. Yep. I really freaking love them. I also listen to Tabor, who has a song called 007 and also a song called Look at Me. It might be Look at Me Now, but I think it's Look at Me.
I love Tabor. You guys don't know who Tabor is, you need to research him. Tabber.
Look at Me is probably my favorite song. Whenever I listen to it, I imagine myself in this anime, running, super powerful, ready to knock down all of my enemies and be this amazing person. For some odd reason, Look at Me does that for me. So yeah, I really, really, really like Tabor. I also like Swings, is it?
Swings. Who
sings Jon Snow. Obviously, I like Game of Thrones, but also that song is freaking dope. I really, really, really like that song.
Yeah. Even my son likes that song.
Yeah, because I mean, Jon Snow, da-na-na-na-na-na-na. I don't want to sing for you guys because I cannot sing. But
what is that? I'm a wife the
I'm a wife the dragon queen.
I'm a wife the dragon queen.
Hey.
But yeah,
I really enjoy those. I'm also a professional ballerina, so I have like a playlist that I listen to when I stretch, before I start class, and Swings is on there. RM songs are on there from his new album. Bombing Tiger's on there because I mean you have to have Bombing Tiger.
Suga,
yes, who's also going on tour, you said.
Yes, and I can't wait because we're going with our girl Stephanie. We're gonna go. Can't wait. He's coming to LA, but I think first he's going to Newark, New Jersey. No. He's going to Beaumont Park, New York first. Then Newark, New Jersey, Rosemont, Illinois. Then he's coming here.
Yeah.
How do I know all those dates? That's scary. I don't know, but I know the dates. But I cannot wait till we go. Like me and Stephanie are already on it. Like we're there.
Yeah, they're the ticket queens, and I'm like the one that reaps the benefit of all their struggles. But yeah, I usually get kind of nervous before going to concerts, just because usually I'm on stage, number one, and then number two, post COVID, all the people kind of give me anxiety. But if my mom is going and Stephanie are going, and they're like the two most fun people that I know to go to a K-pop concert with, I know I'm gonna have fun. Plus, again, K-pop fans have this electrifying energy that it's like, you will have fun. You will. Right now. So I'm like, okay.
And we'll wear masks. If it's gonna be in an arena like that, and
yeah, we're always safe. I'm just talking about my own
always
anxiety.
Gonna wear masks, yeah. Even though it's not a requirement, we'll still wear masks.
Yeah. But yeah.
Well, there you have it. Interview with my daughter. Everybody, so this segment is called K-pop releases, and I'm talking about the music videos that have been released within the past week, and these are the ones that really caught my eye when they were released, and I just have to talk about them. Okay, so the first one is Key of Shiny, and I knew about Minho, but I didn't know about Key being a solo, artist. So again, you remember, I'm new to you guys, so I've been doing this since 2020. So when some of these groups come out, I'm just like, well, who are they? Or if a solo artist comes out, I'm like, well, who is that person? So Key was, who was that person? So I looked at his teaser. I put the teaser on my Instagram because I loved it. I loved this concept. I love this aesthetic. And when the video came out, I was like, okay, it's like a contemporary pop rock. Okay, I'm into this. So I do like Killer. So Killer is one, you guys, I recommend you watch if you haven't watched it already or even listened to the song. The Sound by Stray Kids. That music video has finally dropped. Y'all, I don't even have to say anything. It's Stray Kids, okay? They my boys. And everything they do, they could do no wrong in my eyes. They're just the most adorable, rebellious kids on this earth. Stray Kids, that's them. That's their thing, and I really do love them. So you guys, The Sound music video has dropped. Now this song has also come from their Japanese language album. So this album is all in Japanese. So congratulations for being able to do it into a second language. Although I do know that is standard for a lot of K-pop groups. Okay, Teddy Bear. Now I'm gonna tell y'all something about Stacy. Again, I've only been listening since 2020. The first year basically was just about BTS, right? Okay, so I find out about Stacy, I kept hearing their name. I researched them. I said, okay, this is cute. I go and try to edit the video when it just dropped. I think it dropped like a day ago. And I put it onto my, I'm editing it, trying to put it onto my Instagram. And I'm just like, do I really like them? I don't know if I like this song. I don't even know if I want to put it on my Instagram. I'm just going to be real because they just too bubblegum, pop, sugar, pop, bubblegum. I just can't. And then they were holding teddy bears and they act like they were in middle school. And I'm not in middle school. I can't relate to this. Then as I was finishing the editing, the chorus just grew on me. And the hook, I kept hearing it in my head. See, that's how they get y'all with this K-pop, right? It's the chorus. It's the hook. And the more you listen to the hook, the more you listen to the song, then you're like, oh, I do like this song. Okay, so now I like Teddy Bear. So listen to Teddy Bear, go see the video. And plus, I do like the part that I did put on my Instagram, by the way. Their little dance break. I do like that part. So Stacy, y'all cool. Y'all cool. Okay. Next music video is a group that just debuted for the first time. They did the mini album last winter, like the end of last year, but they are officially debuting now with their first music video. It's a group of 3 girls called Limelight. I will talk about them later on because they're part of my K-Vibe showcase. So they're called Limelight. The music video is called Honestly, and honestly is good. Like, no pun intended. Honestly, it is good. Okay. And that music video, by the way, I think it dropped yesterday. Yesterday or the day before. Okay, next video. There's like 8 music videos, you guys. So I got like 3 more to do. Sweet Juice by Purple Kiss. Now let me tell y'all. Again, I don't know who a Purple or a Kiss is. I didn't know who Purple Kiss was, right? So I researched them, and I gotta be honest with you guys. I really like them. I like them. Like, I'm gonna talk about them too. They're my second group that I am showcasing in my K-Vibe segment because their sound is very sultry. I mean, it's just like very sultry. They remind me of a female version of Hyphen when they were doing that music video, Blood Cursed. Yeah, it's that good. Okay, so Purple Kiss, music video, Sweet Juice. I'll talk about it later, but that's another music video. That was just released yesterday. Oh my God. Left Right by XG. Y'all, if y'all have not looked up XG yet, what are you waiting on? Like, the girls are bad. Kokona, that girl could rap her tail off. And I know y'all heard about Kokona. If you haven't looked up Kokona from XG when she did her Zypher, it's Zypher. The girl is bad. Okay, so XG just came out a couple weeks ago with another single, and that single was called Shooting Star. Love it. They just surpassed 1 million subscribers. Popularity growing on YouTube. Now they came out with Left Right, already has, amassed tens of millions of views. This group right here is a group that is a silent killer, as I call it. No one's really talking about them, but their numbers are climbing like crazy. Like, this group right here, y'all need to be watching out for them. Like, they're on the heel of becoming very, very big. Like, just listen to what I'm saying. XG, y'all watch them. Watch this group right here. And Best Friend by NCT Dream. Now, when I saw this video, I was like, oh my God, these boys are so cute. They're cute. I like the video too. So these are the K-pop releases. All 8 videos will have their links in my description box in my YouTube. Go check them out. Like I said, this has been a busy week for K-pop. A lot going on. Okay, so now we're going to showcase 2 K-pop groups in my K-Vibe segment. So this is what I call K-Vibes. So these are 2 songs, 2 groups that I hope you are vibing out to when I let you know who they are. I hope you listen to the music, vibe out to it, and maybe you may add it to your playlist. Okay, so the first group, and by the way, there are 65 groups that are going to debut this year. That's a lot. Limelight, they debuted on February 14th, and there are 3 girls. Miyu is M-I and then capital U, Miyu, and Suhye, S-U-H-Y-E, Suhye, and Gaeun, Gaeun. They came out with the song, I mentioned it earlier, called Honestly, and it's honestly good. The video is honestly good. It had to grow on me. And I don't think a lot of people know about them yet. I know I didn't. I mean, I knew about 8 Turn. For some odd reason, everybody knew about 8 Turn. I mean, they had 1 million subscribers before they even came out with their debut song. So 8 Turn, everybody knew about them. But this group right here, I didn't know about them, anything about them. So I am hoping that they grow because they are a very cute little group. This, like I said, it's 3 girls. Their album drops on the 17th. This podcast will actually come out on the 17th. So the day of this podcast, their album would have dropped. So go support them or give them a listen. The name of their album is called Happiness and Love. And when you look at them, they look like happiness and love. They're very happy-go-lucky. And good luck, Limelight. I mean, I just want to showcase them because, like I said, their song sounds so good. And I just want to give them a chance. So if I can shine some light on them, I will, because you guys need to go out and support them. Because this group right here, they, they are really full of happiness and love. So that first title that they came out with, their first album, it really fits the description of who they are. Okay, the second group that I want to showcase is Purple Kiss. Y'all, I don't know where I have been, because I must have been sleeping under a rock, because this song right here, Sweet Juice, when I was watching it, I wrote down horror and ghost, because those are the elements. Like I said, it looks like it's something from Hypen's Purple Kiss, but they took it one step further. Okay, I may be showing my age now, but those of you who are older, or like the older generation out there, do you remember Jack Nicholson's horror film called The Shining? If you do, there are elements of The Shining in this music video, like the twin girls and the red rum blood written on the wall, and outside in the snow, and they're in this old hotel that has a ghost. Like, all these are elements that are in this music video, and their dancing is also very good. Their choreography is off the chart. So you guys have to see this video, and it's called Sweet Juice from the group Purple Kiss. Now, a little bit more about Purple Kiss. They're off the label, which is interesting because the labels are called, they have 3, RBW, and then Kakao, and then Victor Entertainment. So it's actually Kakao M, and then Victor Entertainment. So those are all the labels that are linked with Purple Kiss. And then the name Purple Kiss means more than one color, because purple, it takes more than one color to make the color purple. And then kiss means love. So their thesis is they want to convey love through various colors of music. So that's what Purple Kiss stands for. And their fandom name is called Plory, Plory, Plory. So that's their fandom name. They were formed in 2020. This is their 5th mini album, and they originally had 7 members. And the 7th member had to leave in November 18th of 2022 due to health reasons. So, and they were training since 2018 to 2021. So they actually trained for 3 years prior to their debut this year. And interesting fact, before they became Purple Kiss, guess what their training name was? It was called 365 Pirate? I think it's Pirate. 365 Pirate. I wrote it down, but I can't even read my own handwriting, y'all. But they had a different name before they came out with Purple Kiss. That's the point. So I thought that was interesting. So there you have it, my 2K vibe. So I hope you listen to either Limelight, Honestly, or Sweet Juice by Purple Kiss, and at least add one of them to your K-pop list for listening pleasure. So let me know what you think. You can always comment below on my YouTube, or comment on my Spotify or Apple. Or you could always email me at that kpoptalk@gmail.com. Let me know what you think about the K vibes of the week, or even any of the music releases, or you can even comment on anything on this show for that matter. So, there's that. Okay, so once again, my name is Denise. I hope you enjoyed the interview with me and my daughter. I hope you gathered some information that I gave you earlier in this podcast, especially about HYBE. I know that can sound very confusing, but all in all, K-pop brings people joy and brings people happiness. And, through the music of K-pop, is one of the few genres that I know that actually brings communities together. So if anything, it's all about that K-pop talk. My name is Denise, and have a good rest of your day. Bye.